Hello, I am Flash Isaac, and today we shall be solving the 2020 Waec Mathematics past questions, the theory aspect. I will release other videos to cover objectives and for different years and different subjects. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss out any of those videos. Question 1a. It said we have three sets, A, B, C, and this is the universal set. Universal set is a set that encompasses or that holds the other sets. For example, if you have three sets, A, B, C, and a universal set, this is the universal set. And these are the three sets. This is the first one, second one, and the third one. In this case, set A is A here, B, and C. This question doesn't require us to draw the Venn diagram for the sets. It is just a choice and to show you a question that can come under Venn diagram. If you are asked to draw Venn diagram for three sets, this is how you do it. So this is the first set, second set, third set. This is the element of the third set alone, C. Element of the fourth set alone, second set alone, and this is what A and B has in common, A intersection B. This is what B and C has in common, or have in common, B intersection C. Here is what A and C have in common, A intersection C. And this center is what the three sets have in common. If A is multiple of 2, B is multiples of 3, C a set of factors of 6, and the universal set is such that we have a set of S and 1 is less than or equals S, while S is less than or equal to 10. The task is find A prime intersection B prime intersection C. If A is a set of multiple of 2, what is multiple of 2? Multiple of 2 simply means using 2 to multiply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Which means 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2 times 3, 6, 2 times 4, 8, 2 times 5, 10. So these are the multiples of 2. Why did we stop at 10? Because the universal set is less than or equals 10. So we can't go beyond the universal set. Set B is multiples of 3. So B is a set of multiples of 3 such that the values are greater than or equals 1 and less than or equals 10. So 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2, 6, 3 times 3, 9. That is all, since we are not exceeding 10. 3 times 4 is 12, and that is already more than the universal set. And C is a set of factors of 6. 6 can divide itself, 1, 2, and 3. So the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, and 6. We've gotten the complete set, set A, set B, and set C. And the universal set is such that S is greater than or equals 1. That is 1 is lesser than or equals S. So 1, comma, and S is lesser than or equals 10. Meaning the range is, we're starting from 1, we end at 10. That is lesser than or equal to, giving us 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The question is A intersection B prime intersection C. What is A prime? A prime is a set of any elements. The members of set are called elements of set. Any element that is in universal set but not in A is called A prime. Now let's compare A and universal set. What is here that is not here? 1, 3, there is 2, there is 4, no 5, there is 6, no 7, there is 8, no 9. So A prime, the elements we have here that are not in A are 1, 2, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And how about B prime? What are in the universal set that are not in B? That is B prime. So let's see the elements of B. That is 1. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 10 are elements of B prime because these numbers are not in the set B. The members here that are also here, what this and this have in common, that is A prime intersection B prime. Let us see them. There is 1 here and there is 1 here. So 1, 3, no 3 here. 5, okay, there is 5 here. 7, 8, no. So that's all. The members of A prime intersection B prime are 1, 5, and 7. We are looking for A prime intersection B prime intersection C. Remember, we've solved for A prime intersection B prime, which is this. So this intersection C is simply what A prime intersection B prime have in common with set C. What they have in common. There is 1 here, there is 1 here. So they have 1 in common. 2, there is no 2. 3, just 1 is what they have in common. How about A intersection B prime, A prime intersection B prime intersection C prime? That will simply be C prime is what is in the universal set that is not in C, and the members are, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is C prime, and we already solved for A prime intersection B prime. So A prime intersection B prime intersection C prime will simply be what A prime intersection B prime have in common with C prime, and that is 5 and 7. So the option A prime intersection B prime intersection C prime is equals a set of 5, 7. So one ticket is $18.50. Why the bulk purchase price for 5 tickets is $80. So one ticket is $18.50. 5 tickets is equals $80.00. If 4 gentlemen decide to get a 5th person to join them so that they can share the bulk purchase price equally, how much would each person save? Look at what this question is trying to tell us. 4 gentlemen, 4 men, they went to the cinema to see movie. When they got there, they were told that if you are buying 1 ticket, it is $18.50. But if you are buying 5, you pay $80. And they thought about it. It is true. If we are buying 5 tickets, we will save something. But since we are 4, how do we afford 5 tickets? One of them raised a suggestion. How about we call that guy, he's coming to see a movie. If he's paying for himself, he will spend this amount. But if he's joining us to pay, we will save some cash and all of us will have extra money. They called the guy, come and join us to pay for tickets. The guy said, no problem. Now 5 of them, they paid $80. This question says, how much would each person save? The thing is, if one person were to pay $18.5, 5 tickets will simply be 5 times $18.5, and that is equals $92.5, which is more than $80.5. This means each person, they all together, they saved $92.50 minus $80.0, which is, this is the amount they all saved, the 5 persons. Therefore, one person saved $12.5 divided by 5. That is the amount saved by one person. They said each. This is simply $2.5. So one person saved $6.5 following the discount. That is the answer to this question. Now let's see the next set of questions. 2a says, make Q the subject of the formula. So we are given P is equals ROK over Q minus MS raised to the power of 2 over 3. In this equation, the subject is P. So we are asked to change the formula so that Q now stays here and equals dash. The first thing that comes to mind is, what if we just put Q here and put P here? It won't work, because this equation shows that everything here is equals P. For you to change the subject formula, you need to do that so that the equation remains the same. You need to follow a Lego method. Don't do illegal things here. What do we do? And if you are asked, what is subject formula? Subject formula is a single variable that every other, usually at the left, that every other variables at the right are equal to. If not for this power, we would have made another approach. For example, if I say A is equals 2 plus B, to make B subject formula, it is simply B is equals A minus 2. If I have A is equals B over C, to make B subject formula, we simply cross multiply. A times C is equals B times 1. So B is equals AC. And to make C subject formula, we simply from here, from B is equals AC, divide both sides by A. C will simply become B over A. But this is a more complex case. This is the first thing we do. We multiply P by 3 over 2 by power. So P raised to the power of 3 over 2. Let's do that to this expression. That will be ROK over Q minus MS 2 over 3. We also multiply here by 3 over 2. What happens to this side should also happen to the other side. If we have this, from here, 3 times 2, 6. From the denominators, 3 times 2, 6. So this cancels this. That becomes P raised to the power of 3 over 2 is equals ROK over Q minus MS. Let's bring minus MS this way. The goal is to clear off distractions so that Q can remain alone. Doing that, we simply have P raised to the power of 3 over 2 plus MS. Because as minus MS crosses the equality sign, it becomes positive. So this is equals ROK over Q. This is the same thing as over 1. If we are cross multiplying, we simply have that Q P raised to the power of 3 over 2 plus MS is equals ROK times 1, which is ROK. Now, to make Q subject formula, we divide both sides by P raised to the power of 3 over 2 plus MS so that Q remains the same. This means Q is equals ROK over p raised to the power of 3 over 2 plus ms. We have succeeded in making q the subject formula. The second part says, find correct to 2 decimal places the value of q when p is equals 3, m is equals 15, s is equals 0.2, k is equals 4, and r is equals 0. They know that we already have q as the subject formula. And they say, substitute these values for r, k, p, m, and s. Do you know why they did this? If this is wrong, this second one will also be wrong. That is Waec for you. If this is correct, then this can be correct or wrong, depending on how you solve it. But make sure your I is correct, so that as you substitute these values, you also get a correct value. R is equals 10. Pardon? So in that case, R is 10 times K, 4, over P is 3 raised to the power of 3 over 2, plus M is 15. 15 times 0.2. Now this is Q is equals 40 over 3 raised to the power of 3 over 2 is the same thing as square root of 3 cube. This is 5.196, and this is the same thing as 15 times 2 over 10, and that is 30 over 10 equals 3. So this is 3. Q is equals 40 over 8.196. So this is 4.880429. And correct to 2 decimal places, it is 4.88 to 2 decimal places. So given that s plus 2y over 5 is equals s minus 2y, find s ratio y. This simply means solve the equations along the line, take s to one side and y to the other side of the equality sign, then divide, because s ratio y is the same thing as s divided by y. And this equation is the same thing as here over 1. And when you cross multiply, you have that s plus 2y is equals 5 times s minus 2y. Cross multiply. Open the bracket. S plus 2y is equals 5s minus 10y. Collecting like terms. Two y plus 10y is equals 5s minus s. 2y plus 10y is 12y is equals 4s. This is the same thing as 3y is equals s. We divide both sides by 4 to break down the equation. Given this, let's divide both sides by s, or from s is equals 3y, let's divide both sides by y, s over y, then 3y divided by y. So here, y divided by y is 1, and y divided by y is 1. Therefore, s over y is equals 3 over 1. This means s is 3 and y is 1. So s ratio y is 3 over 1, which is 3 ratio 1. 3 ratio 1 is the correct answer. Look at this question. It says, in the diagram, O is the center of the circle ABCDE. The side BC is equals CD. What does that mean? Given something like this, B, C, D, and here is 108 degrees. It shows that this side is the same as this side. Meaning, if we have 2 meters here, here will simply be 2 meters as well. Now, having something like this, 2 sides being equal simply means 2 of the angles are equal. This is isosceles triangle comes to mind. Meaning, if we cross here, we form isosceles triangle with 2 sides equal and 2 angles equal. If this angle is B, the angle here will be B as well, meaning they are equal. Given this angle, and 108 degrees, B plus 108 degrees is equals 180 degrees. The sum of angles in the triangle is 180 degrees. So that is why if we add here, here, and here, we'll get 180 degrees. This means 2B plus B, which is 2B, is equals 180 degrees minus 108 degrees. 2B is equals 72 degrees. And B is equals 72 over 2 degrees. That is 36 degrees. This means each of the base angle is 36 degrees. Here is 36 degrees and here is 36 degrees. See, doing that here, it simply means we just crossed here. We crossed here and we got here to be 36 degrees. And we got here to be 36 degrees. But this angle is not what we are looking for. We got only here. This is angle CDA or CDO. That is what we got. Here is a right angle. This is a straight line and this is sitting here. This angle is 90 degrees. Therefore, angle CDE, which is everything here, this angle is 36 degrees, which is the angle here, plus from here to here, this is like this, plus 90 degrees. That is equals 90, 36, 6, 12, 126 degrees. That is angle BDCDE. So solving this question, since it is a theory question, you simply say, since the 2 sides are equal, this means forming an isosceles triangle, the base angles will be the same. And if the base angles are equal, if we call this angle B and call this angle B plus 108 degrees is equals 180 degrees. The sum of angles in a triangle. And solving, B is equals 36 degrees. So this means here is 36 degrees, here is 36 degrees. And this is just a straight line here forming a triangle and the angle here. And there is another right angle on top. And right angle is 90 degrees. When you have something like this, this is a right angled triangle. One of the angles equals 90 degrees. Therefore, angle CDE, which we are looking for, is this angle. And this angle is simply the 90 degrees plus the 36 degrees. That is 126 degrees. Question 3b says, given that tan S is equals square root of 3, for theta is less than S, less than or equals S, and S is lesser than or equals 90 degrees. We are asked to evaluate cos S squared minus sin S all over sin S squared plus cos S. How do you answer questions like this? First thing comes to mind, right angled triangle. This is 90 degrees. This is another angle, right angle So you can name the sides or leave it. You can say A, B, C, or you can leave it. If tan S is root 3, and we know that tan S is equals opposite over adjacent, that is tan theta, and cos S is equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Sin S is equals opposite over hypotenuse. From tan S is opposite over adjacent, this means opposite is root 3 and adjacent is 1. That is the only thing that will make tan S to be root 3. Because if here is not over 1, the number would have been shown. Since it is a whole number, it means it is over 1. And this is the opposite, this is the adjacent. The hypotenuse is S. Or we can call the hypotenuse something else. Let's say H. From Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse squared is equals opposite squared plus adjacent squared. H squared is equals 3 plus 1. H squared is equals 4. And H is equals square root of 4. That is 2. So here is 2. We've gotten everything we need to solve this question. That means cos S is simply adjacent over hypotenuse, and that is 1 over 2. Cos S is 1 over 2. Cos S squared is simply 1 over 2 squared, and that is equals 1 over 4. Minus sin S. Sin S is, sin is opposite over hypotenuse. That is square root 3 over 2. So this is root 3 over 2 sin S. Sin S squared is root 3 over 2 squared. Cos S. Cos S is adjacent. Okay, just a single cos S. Adjacent over hypotenuse, that is 1 over 2. Breaking this down, this is 3 over 4. And substituting into here, we have cos S squared 1 over 4 minus sin S root 3 over 2 all over sin S squared 3 over 4 plus cos S 1 over 2. This is equals 4 1 minus 2 root 3 all over 4 3 plus 2. The LCM is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Then here, LCM is 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Times 1, 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times root 3 is 2 root 3. This is the same thing as 1 minus 2 root 3 over 4 divided by 5 over 4. And this is 1 minus 2 root 3 over 4 times 4 over 5. To change division to multiplication, the number after the division sign we simply invert. That is the rule. In this case, 4 goes with 4. We have 1 minus 2 root 3 over 5. Question number 4a. The total surface area of a cone of slant height L centimeter and base radius R centimeter is 224 pi centimeter squared. If R ratio L is 2:5, find correct to 1 decimal place the value of R, which is find the radius. This is a cone. So this is the radius, slant height. This is the height. Now the total surface area of a cone is pi r square plus pi r l. That is the area of the circular surface and the area of the curved surface. That makes make up the total surface area of the cone. We are told that the radius ratio slant height is equals to 2:5. This implies that radius over slant height is equals 2/5. Therefore, radius is equals 2/5 slant height, and slant height is simply 5/2 times r, 5/2 r. With this, let's substitute into total surface area. We're already told that the total surface area is 224 pi. This is equals, from here and here, let's factorize pi out. This is pi r square plus r l. Dividing both sides by pi, pi cancels pi, and this pi cancels the other pi. Therefore, we simply have 224 is equals r square plus r l. And we know that L is 5/2 r. Substituting the value of L here, this is simply 224 is equals r square plus r l, 5r/2. This is simply 224 is equals r square plus 5r/2. So let here be over 1. 224 is equals, the LCM is 2. 2 divided by 1 is 2, and 2 times r square is 2r square plus 2 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 5r squared is 5r squared. So here is 5r squared. We simply have 224 is equals 2r squared plus 5r squared over 2. Cross multiplying, we have 2 times 224. That should give you 448. 448 is equals 7r squared. R squared is equals 448 over 7. This is equals 64. And r will simply be the square root of 64, that which is equals 8. 8 centimeter. We solve for the radius. The radius is equals 8 centimeter. Find, correct to the nearest whole number, the volume of the cone. We found the radius. Let us solve for the volume of the cone. The volume of a cone is equals 1/3 pi r square h. 1/3 pi r square h. We solve r. R is equals 8 centimeter. Pi is 22/7. H is, we don't have h. Well, we can solve for h from here. From this, r is 8 centimeter. This is L, and this is h. From Pythagoras theorem, h squared is equals L squared minus r squared. Remember, we said that L is equals 5r/2. When we are solving for this, from r ratio L is equals 2/5, it means L is 5r/2. This is simply 5 times 8 all over 2. This is equals 20 centimeter. The slant height is equals 20 centimeter. So L is equals 20 centimeter, and we have R. This means we can get H from Pythagoras theorem. L square is equals H square plus R square. h square is equals L square minus R square. So h square is equals 20 squared minus 8 square. So h is equals 18.33 centimeter. The square root of 20 square minus 8 square, 18.33 centimeter. So therefore, the volume is equals 1/3 times 22/7 times 8 squared times 18.33. Everything is in centimeter cube. This will simply give you 1228.98 centimeter cube. And we are asked to solve to the nearest whole number. Nearest whole number. That is simply 1229 centimeter cube. This is your answer. Question number 5. A die was rolled a number of times. The outcome are as shown in the table. Rolled once, 32, 2, 3, 25, 4, 40. Number 5 times 28 is the outcome, and 6 times 45 is the outcome. The first question says, if probability of obtaining 2, okay, this is 2, number 2 is 0.15. 2 is the outcome. So if getting 2 or when rolled twice is 0.15, find m. We are looking for the value m. We know that the probability of obtaining 2, which is 0.15, is m over the total number, because probability of a number is that number over total outcome, which means the probability of obtaining m is 0.5. So therefore m over the total number is 32 plus m plus 25 plus 40 plus 28 plus 45. 25.5 plus 0.15 m is equals m. 25.5 is equals m minus 0.15 m. 25.5 is equals 0.85 m. And m is equals 25.5 over 0.85. And this is equals 30. 30 is the value of m. The next question says, find the number of times the die was rolled. So the number of times the die was rolled simply means add all the outcome. And the total outcome is simply 32 plus m, and m is 30. So 32 plus 30 plus 25 plus 40 plus 28 plus 45. That is simply 170 plus m, which is equals 200 outcome, or 200 times. The die was rolled 200 times. And the last question says, find the probability of obtaining an even number. So with this, we've been able to solve the 2020 Waec Mathematics Theory, Section 1. So stay tuned while I release the Section 2 of the Mathematics Solution. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, why not subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out other amazing videos. I am Flash Isaac, and have a wonderful day.